Good evening, everyone. Tonight is July 15th, 2015, and our call is going to be about communication. This is part 2 of part 1 from last week, and I just kind of wanted to go over a few things that I figured you guys might have questions with initially about having a conversation and getting to that point and getting you through the conversation basically with someone, and then also about how to pick out leaders and coaches, potential coaches that you'll be picking or talking to, I guess, and how to pick those out. So the first thing that I want to talk about, and I'm going to go over, is number 1, somebody on your Facebook page, let's say hypothetically, has been liking maybe a lot of your pictures lately. And so that's a good indicator to stop and say, hey, I should probably message these people, or, if you have their cell phone number, text them, or if you know them personally, like if you see them, every couple of weeks, sit down and ask them when a good time to talk to them would be. But either way, try to get a conversation going with them, whether it's on Facebook or in person or on the phone. And just say, hey, I see that you've been liking a lot of my Facebook posts about my new fitness and health journey. And then they'll probably message you back or tell you back, yeah, I'm just kind of wondering more about what you're doing, I guess, or you could even ask that, say, would you like more information about what I'm doing, or what are some of your goals, or what do you have in mind for your fitness, or, how much weight do you want to lose, and just kind of go into it. And what I always say is what's really important, so write this down, is to always ask a question. Ask in your conversation with a question. So every time you talk to this person, there's not just dead air in the conversation. You want to always be asking them a question so the conversation keeps flowing. So remember that. That's important. I'll bring that up again later. So that's number 1, is just having that initial, hey, conversation with them. Then the next step is giving them that information. So say they're interested, say they've kind of heard maybe of the 21-day fix, because obviously it's really popular. And actually today in our group, Wanda, she is the oldest one in our group. I think she's probably like 50 something, or probably closer to her 60s. And her mother, who is 85, was asking about the 21-day fix because she's seen it on TV. I was like, how cool is that? Like an 85-year-old grandma and mother ask about, and probably great-grandma ask about our 21-day fix program. So that's good opportunity. Or maybe your grandma or your mom or your dad will ask you about it. So what you want to say is, say they are specifically asking about the 21-day fix. So you'll say, well, if I send you some videos and information, when could you watch it by? So that's the other question. That's the second question that you ask. So the first question is kind of, what are your goals? Do you have like a wedding or something upcoming that you want to get fit for? Why do you want to get healthy and fit? Some of the initial questions, some of those first questions like that. And then the second question is to ask about the information before you send it, because that's important. Number 1, because to see if they will watch it. And number 2, because when they can watch it by. That's the whole key, is when. Because you don't want to be following up with them, every day, or, chasing them down and being like, oh, did you watch that yet? Did you watch it yet? So that way it gives you a date to follow up by. So say they said that they can watch it by Friday. So you're like, okay, great. I'll check up with them probably Saturday. Just give them an extra day. And sometimes I would even say Sunday would be okay since it's on the weekend, or even Monday. When it's a Friday, you usually want to give them that weekend. But if they say, well, I'm going to be busy this weekend, so I can probably watch it by Sunday night or Monday. So then I would say check back Monday evening or Tuesday morning. Like I said, it's a little different when it's on the weekend or, closer to a weekend. So then the next thing that you want to send them is the information. And typically what I even do, okay, so say that, let's go back a step, and let's say that they didn't know what they wanted to do. I'm just going to give the example of Jennifer. When Jennifer started, she didn't know what she wanted to do. She had heard of the 21-Day Fix. She had heard of some of the programs before, but she wasn't sure what exactly they all entailed. But she kind of told me some of the stuff she liked. She liked cardio, she liked weight training, body weight training. So we suggested for her, we said, well, 21-Day Fix is good, T25, Insanity Max 30, Insanity, and that's kind of the ones that she went with, Insanity Max 30. So that's kind of how you can do it too, is ask them what kind of things that they like. And actually, I have a form to show you. I'm going to share screens with you. I usually send people this form, and maybe some of you have even seen this form before because I've probably sent it to you. But the first thing that I would like you all to do, if you do not have one, is create yourself a Gmail account. Because I don't know if Hotmail or Yahoo, if they have this ability to create documents within the email and save them like on a drive in your email. So create a Gmail account, and that's very important because that way you can use this Gmail account for your business. And then possibly in the future, you'll maybe need a second email address for your business anyway, so it's good to have one. So anyway, in this document, I have getting to know you. And usually when I first start talking to them, it just depends on the person and the conversation, because each conversation is so different. So sometimes I'll send this form, sometimes I won't. It just depends how I'm feeling, how the conversation is feeling. But I can attach this link in the group message that we have going so that we can all see it. But please create your own form. Do not use this form, because when you email this form, this exact form, to other people, I will get the responses back to me. You won't get them. So at first, like Jennifer, I'm using her again, sorry Jennifer, but picking on her tonight. But when she first signed up, she sent it to some of her friends, and I got the responses back. And so I was like, no, you can't do that. You need to, you can word for word use what I have, but just make your own document. And then you can also do fun things like, editing the layout or whatever. So getting to know you, I have the required little stars by all of them, so that way they have to answer all of them. And so I have their name, their email, their phone number, because some of these people I met off my like page, so I don't have access to their email or their phone number. So it's good information to have in case they don't respond back to my messages, or maybe they're on vacation, so that way I can send them a text or whatever. And then I have, what are your goals, cravings, on a typical day, what do you normally eat, how active are you, what types of workouts do you enjoy. And then you'll see that I have, cardio, weight training, Pilates, yoga, body weight training, jumping, or plyo. Do you feel yourself having enough energy throughout the day? From a 1 to a 10, what is your energy level? 10 being having lots of energy. What do you struggle with the most or keeps you from your goals? What do you drink during the day? How often do you get sick during the year? And how often do you eat out during the week? And then any other comments. So that is a form that I send out. Okay, so say you sent this form out, like I said, to the people, and then, they said that they like cardio. So I know maybe some of you you're only on your first program that you've only done, whether that be the 21-day fix or PiYo or Insanity Max 30 or T25, whatever you guys are doing. Kind of suggest for sure the program, whatever you are doing, include that. Even if they like cardio, suggest PiYo anyway if you're doing it. Just because you know the most about that program, so you're going to obviously be more educated about that. So typically, I usually narrow it down to about 3 programs at the most, 3 at the most. And then I also send them a little snippet about Shakeology for nutrition. So then I'll have a little paragraph about Shakeology. I'll say nutrition, and then I'll say it's a superfood-based protein shake, that helps you stay full, it cuts your cravings, it, helps your skin and nails grow, just stuff like that. And then I'll send the YouTube link. I know that people sometimes, and especially Rose, really stresses about using the videos from the Coach Online office. But honestly, YouTube is so much easier because it's all right there. You don't have to log into your Team Beachbody account. You don't have to go to the Coach Online office. You don't have to find the video in the forums and videos and all. It's very deep and whatever. You can just go to YouTube and then search Shakeology promo or 21-day fix promo or Insanity promo, whatever, and it pops up, and then that's the link that I send them, and it's quick and fast and easy, and you can even copy that link just from your YouTube app on your phone or however you are talking to these people. So then I'll send that with the Shakeology, and then I'll, paragraph down, and then I'll say, here are some, workout suggestions for you that, I think you would enjoy. And then I'll list, like 3 of them. And then I'll always list, I know you guys, like I said, you guys are only probably on your first program that you're doing, but try to tell them more about the program as much as you can. Like say you're doing the 21-day fix, so tell them what they're getting. They're getting 7 workouts, including cardio, legs, arms, Pilates, yoga, and then they're also getting a 10-minute ab video, and they're also getting a bonus workout. And then it also comes with the portion containers, a meal plan and recipes. Plus, they'll have access to you, a free coach, 24/7 for all the support they need and questions. They'll also have access to a free online challenge group, 24/7 for all the support and encouragement that they need to stay motivated. And plus, if they buy the challenge pack, they'll get Shakeology with that. And they'll also, if you sign them up as a discount coach, they'll also have 1 month free of the on-demand online workouts, which there's tons of them. Plus, they get personalized meal plans from that as well online. And if not, if they want to cancel, they can cancel that online on-demand workout. But if not, they will be billed $38 per quarter. So really, that $38, like I'm doing that right now. I don't use it a whole lot, but you'll use it in the future to get your free customers when you hit Success Club, 5 or 10. So you'll need to have that then. But it's a great thing to have. Like honestly, there's if you ever want to do Insanity, you don't have to buy it because the whole entire season or series or whatever you want to call it of Insanity is on there. Like a lot of the older workouts, like Brazil butt lift is on there. Just tons and tons, Chalene Extreme, Turbo Fire, there's tons of workouts on there. So they get a lot. And another selling point that I always try to say without, you want to be as a selling point without being salesy, and that's huge. So you want to say that, so like the 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme is on promotion this month. So you'll want to say, well, typically a bag of Shakeology is $130. So basically you are getting the 21-day fix program whichever one you choose, for $10 because the challenge pack is only $140. So basically it's a no-brainer. Like, who wouldn't do that? You know, you're basically getting it for $10. And then, you know, try to get them signed up. Obviously, you want to try to sell a challenge pack because it's better for them, because they get more out of the deal. It's a better deal, but then it's also a better deal for you because you get 2 Success Club points. So always try to push the challenge pack. And if they're getting the challenge pack, I always just say, hey, let's sign you up as a discount coach. I always say that name can be scary, but you don't have to do a thing. You can just get the discount on Shakeology, and that is all you have to do. So the Shakeology discount, without the discount, Shakeology is about $130. That's without tax or shipping. With the discount, Shakeology is $99 plus there's like a $14.99 monthly coaching type thing, like a little fee or whatever in there. But when you sign up for a challenge pack, that means that your $40 coach fee is automatically waived. So they do not have to pay that. So unless they are just want Shakeology, if they just want Shakeology, they'll obviously have to pay the $40 fee to get, you know, Shakeology cheaper every month. But if they get the challenge pack, that will be free. So that's basically that. And then, you know, I'll follow up with them. And then at the end of that paragraph, I'll usually, like when I send them the information, excuse me, I'll usually just say, what program do you see yourself liking the most? Or what program do you see yourself doing? And then, you know, when it comes, you know, say Monday maybe, I'll check back with this person and say, hey, did you have time over the weekend to check out the information that I sent you? And then they'll be like, yeah, sure, you know, I did. And I think the 21-day fix would be perfect for me. So then I'll go into that whole spiel about how to sign up as a discount coach. And either they can go on your website, beachbodycoach.com/your screen name, so whatever name you signed up with, or else they can go just to the Team Beachbody site, teambeachbody.com, and then sign up under coach, be a coach, and then sign up that way, and then enter your coach ID, not your coach's, not my coach ID, not your upline, your coach ID, so that way you get the credit for that and the commission. And then, like I said, it's not hard at all to get to Emerald. Don't let that scare you. You basically only need to sell 2 challenge packs to get to Emerald, and that's, or, you know, have 2 discount coaches signed up underneath you, and that makes you Emerald, just like how you guys probably signed up. And then you need 3 discount coaches or 3 people underneath you to be paying for your Shakeology. So it's really not that hard. Chelsea, I think, just needs 2 more people to be paying for her Shakeology, 1 more to be Emerald. So let's definitely try to push for that Emerald by end of July. And I think that's about all that I wanted to go over for that. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about how to tell about leaders and coaches and signing people on like that. Typically, you'll just kind of be able to pick them out. Whether it's in challenge groups, like even Chelsea, I know you were really posting a lot and taking over. Anyone that is actively commenting and posting in the group about their workouts, their recipes, what they're doing, what they're eating, you know, if maybe even if they had a bad day and had an ice cream cone and admit that, that's pretty awesome. And so that would, you know, to admit your downfalls where you're failing is a really good indicator as well. And you'll usually be able to pick that out. If not, you can always tell, I feel, even when you're having that initial conversation, if they're going to be super pumped and really, you know, just charged up about this and, oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to get this. And, they'll be posting, pictures maybe of them eating healthy beforehand, before they get their product and start working out. Maybe they'll find some recipes on Pinterest and start, meal prepping ahead, before they get their product. Or you'll just be able to tell. And then even sometimes I'll even say before, even like when they're signing up, when you're still talking with them, I'll say, hey, this is, a really good business opportunity for you. We're on a great team here, and I'll just tell them flat out. I'll be like, right now, currently I'm making about $150 a week. I'll say that my upline is planning on quitting her full-time job to coach full-time, and she is making about $1,800 a week. And so I'll just tell them exactly, what kind, and that's a good chunk of money. Even if it's $150, that's a grocery bill, or that's gas money, or that's, vacation or student loan, whatever you are trying to pay off or, have money for. So people will be encouraged by that. And, you always just tell them too is say you put the time that you have into it, even if it's just 20 to 30 minutes a week to start. You put whatever time you have into that business because it's yours. I'm not your boss. You are your own boss. You are in charge of your own time management and putting your time into it. So like I said, sometimes it just depends, and it's so hard to describe because it's almost kind of like when they always tell you, you'll know when you're about your future husband, you'll just know that he's the one. You can't describe it, but it's so true. You just can't describe how your conversation is going with a potential coach that you think would be awesome as, actual coach. So it's just something that you just have to kind of feel it out. And maybe you have known them from the past. I am still friends with, I have my old gym teacher, and she is very active. She is retired, but she is very active, and she's just, exercise all the time, and she's in incredible shape. She's got, I don't know how many grandkids, but she is just in awesome shape. And so I know she would make an awesome coach, but I'm not going to be on her and be like, oh, you want to be a Beachbody coach? So it's just kind of some people you'll probably never get, even though they were awesome, but just still be posting, still be encouraging everyone on your Facebook page, still be adding those 5 people every day. And to be honest, I do not add 5 people every day. I kind of go in spurts. I'll kind of be like, okay, well, it's the weekend, and I'll just be scrolling through my Facebook on my phone or whatever. And then, I'll just kind of go through the friends that I have in common, or maybe I'll pick out a certain friend and just go through their friends and be like, oh yeah, I'll add them. So you can do that. So honestly, I'm not adding 5 people every day. I usually just kind of go in spurts. So sometimes maybe on the weekend I add 15 people in a weekend, but hey, that's 3 days worth right there. So, but yeah, like I said, it's just kind of a weird feeling, like I said, and every conversation is so, so different. So it just depends, whether if I send the form or I don't, or I just talk to them. But always, like I said, end your little snippet of conversation with a question, whether that's just something simple, or asking them, what their goals are, or, always, that's so important. I can't stress how important that is, because it's so awkward. Then, it's almost because you don't really maybe know this person, and then there's just dead silence between you guys. And it's just kind of well, okay, how do I start up again? Where do I, and I've made this mistake. And actually, when I first started, I had typed this whole thing out about, probably 2 feet long of of conversation about workout programs. And I showed Rose, I was so proud. I was like, look at this, like, this is what I'm sending to my potential customers. And Rose was like, like, you don't do that. You just got to pick out, ask them like what their favorite, workouts are, what they enjoy doing, and then send them that. Don't send them long texts or long videos, because they're probably not going to watch it. Because honestly, would you want to read something that is like, yay long and tiny, tiny print? Probably not. So think about like what you're attracted to, and think about your time schedule too. Usually you want something quick that just tells you, okay, here's kind of the baseline about this program. Here's the video that you can watch, and, have at it, basically, and I'll check back with you later, So yeah, I think I covered about what I wanted to cover. I just have Chelsea on the line with me tonight, so I'm going to open it up and see if she has any questions.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I just had a question about, so I've been talking, there's been like some people who have been liking my posts, so I actually just got a reply back, because I just like asked her, hey, like, I've noticed that you've been liking my posts about like my fitness journey. I was just curious if you were interested in learning more about it, more information. And she had said, there's one girl who was like actually interested, and I'm like having a good conversation with her still, but it's been like going on the past few days. But the other girl, she's like, well, I actually do my own, like, I have something on my own that I'm doing for fitness. Like, I think that she didn't say what it was. She just said that, like I'm assuming it's like Herbalife or something else. And she was like, I know this girl from high school, and she was like, but I would love to learn more about what you're doing too. So I guess, like, should I just, because what I would have done is like ask her what she's doing, but she's like just saying that she wants to learn more about what I'm doing. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, still, because before I signed Jennifer up, I'm using Jennifer again, so when she's in college, she's probably going to be creeped out, but.
Yeah, she said that she used Herbalife.
Yes, and she did some other workout program she was doing too, and then I always kept track of her because I knew that she would be an awesome coach. And, we knew each other from college, and because we'd always go work out together in college, we lived right across from the workout center. And so, or else we'd ride together over there or whatever. So I knew she'd be an awesome coach. So I always kept tabs, and she was doing something else. And so I'd be like, oh, like what week, I'd wait a few weeks, and I'd be like, so what week are you on this other program? And ask her how it's going, and just, kind of sneak yourself in there, and then give yourself the right opportunity. And then, yeah, absolutely tell her what you're doing. Tell her, you're starting, to, build a business, and, you don't have to say that, but tell her, about, ask her, maybe even send her this form. She would probably fill it out, because obviously she likes fitness and health and stuff, and ask her, and this form will absolutely 100%, tell you what she's eating, and, maybe what, if she's drinking Herbalife or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, and the thing with Herbalife too is I have several of those people that just love it, and maybe have tried Shakeology in comparison and just don't like Shakeology or whatever. But I always say is like, yeah, maybe the taste isn't as good, but look at the ingredients, compare the ingredients. So I'll always send them, you can just Google it. Mm-hmm. You can just send it, Shakeology versus Herbalife, just Google that. And then you can always get like a couple, pictures to send them. And you got to look at the ingredients and then what you're getting. Like Shakeology is 100% all superfoods. Mm-hmm. Like there's 70 plus superfoods in Shakeology. So you got to look at like what you're getting, even if it doesn't taste the greatest. Like tonight, I didn't drink my Shakeology this afternoon because I've been taking it for a snack instead. Because the time I get home, it's late, and then I work out, and then it's late, and sometimes I don't eat at night. And it's late, or else it gives me a bad opportunity for bad snacking. So so I just drank it tonight. I literally worked out, and then I went and hoed my garden because it looked like it was going to rain. And so I like remixed my Shakeology, and literally I did not want to drink it. I was just like not having it, but I just chugged it down and I dealt with it because I was like, hey, this is good for me. Like, I'm getting my nutrition out of it. And so that's what you got to tell them too, you know, like you got to think of how you're feeding your body. It doesn't matter if it tastes good, like, you know, and I absolutely, like, I do not like the 3-day refresh, but I'm coming up here soon. And so I was like, but I know it's good for me. So you just kind of have to, you know, deal with it. But yeah, to make a long story short, yeah, definitely ask her about what she's doing, you know, maybe, you know, recreate my form and send that to her.
Okay.
So did you have anything else?
No, that was it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's everything then. I'm going to stop my share here. Okay. Yeah. I think that's everything. So hopefully maybe we'll get back to having like one-on-one calls and stuff next week. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to finish this call since it was a good kind of like leading into having the conversation. So and then I'll post this tonight, hopefully in our little Facebook group message. So,
okay.
All right. Well, you have a good rest of the week.
Thanks. You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.